What is up, book nerds? We're doing an NFL preseason power rankings. I'll be doing these power rankings weekly in supplement to the normal tier list videos once the NFL season starts. But since preseason's here, I thought it'd be a great time to do the first power rankings video. Let's hop into it. First team up, we got the Bengals. I got the Bengals in A tier. I haven't done my prediction video on them yet, so I haven't decided their final win count. But I do have them being a playoff team and a strong Super Bowl contender, as long as Joe Burrow can stay healthy. Next up, we got the Titans, which I will throw them in B tier. I feel like they're a middling team. They'll do all right in the AFC South, but I don't see them being anything wow factor. Next up, we have the Falcons. I have them in C tier. In my prediction video, I had them going 8 and 9 in spectacular fashion. Please check out that video. It's an interesting one, to say the least. This team, they're so talented, but also I don't know how to feel about Raheem Morris, and also this is one of those franchises that I feel is cursed. Okay, next up, we got the Bears. Now, this is probably, I argue, one of my more controversial takes. I will put them in also C tier. I had them going 5 and 12, which probably too low for this squad, but it's also they just have a really tough schedule in my opinion, and this rebuild. This team that just came out of a rebuild, so my expectations are probably too tapered, especially since I had them going 10 and 7 last year, and look how that did me in. Texans S tier, my Super Bowl pick. I have been going 12 and 5 in the regular season. This is probably the team that I'm drinking the Kool-Aid too much on this year, but this team I have really high expectations for. Next up, the Commies F tier. This team does not give me much of anything. Their offense, they got Jaden Daniels, they got Scary Terry, they got that other guy, they got a couple different weapons, but nothing there. It's really spectacular. Their defense ain't much. I didn't really like the Dan Quinn hire. I feel like there were better options out there, and this team I have them being a top 5 pick in the league. Next, Packers. I think this is their S tier. I feel like they could make an easily deep playoff run. I have a lot of faith in this team. I expect them to go really far in the playoffs, though I don't know if I don't know if this is their year to win the Super Bowl. Next up, Lions S tier. My pick to win the NFC, like the Packers, but better. This team spectacular on almost all fronts. They're a feel-good team. Scratch the Cowboys. The Lions are America's team. Patriots F tier, 5 and 12. This team is not anything to write home about. This is gonna be a rough year in New England. Next up, we got the Eagles. What do I think of the Eagles? I'll put them in B tier. That may seem kind of low, but also I feel like last year's fall off insanity run, I think that is quite revealing. I've been going 10 and 7 with a early bounce in the playoffs. Next, Panthers 4 and 13. I feel like this team will be better than they were last year, but I also don't think they're going to be any good. Next up, we got the Rams. I have them in B tier. This team, I think, could easily make a playoff run. I don't see them being legit Super Bowl contenders, but I feel like they will continue to make strides. I don't know. I haven't decided whether or not I think they'll be better or worse. The loss of Aaron Donald does hurt this team quite a bit, but they also do draft well. So let's see. Next up, Giants 5 and 12. Daniel Jones is not gonna get this team far. We had our insanity run. That's not going great. We lost Saquon. We got Malik Neighbors, but everything else is we also got Brian Burns, but everything else ain't really that spectacular. Seahawks. I'll put them in D tier for now. Because on the one hand, I think this team could easily make a playoff berth, but this team could also go 5 and 12 or worse. This team, I just haven't decided yet. So I'll throw them in D tier because they do have a lot of tough competition in the NFC. Next up, Chargers. Throw them also in D tier. I think John Harbaugh will help them a lot. And Justin Herbert is still great, but also, other than that, their offense and defense, nothing there is really giving me strong playoff prowess. I'll throw the Raiders in that same tier. I mean, Max Crosby helps them out a lot. I do like the hire of Anthony Pierce, or was it Antonio Pierce? I think it was Antonio Pierce. I know I keep getting that confused. Other than that, I like Gardner Minshew as a quarterback. I like Devontae Adams as our receiver one, but also this team, I don't think they have enough depth to truly make a good run. Next, Ravens. S tier, I had them going, 15-2. I feel like this team will be the best team of the regular season, but will not do great in the postseason. Let's see, I'll throw the Steelers in B tier. The Steelers team are going to be who they always were, a 9-12 to 11-6 squad that will try to make about the postseason, but won't go too far. In similar fashion, we have the Cowboys. I'll throw them in B tier for more or less the same reason. This team will be great in the season and then choke it in the playoffs. Next, I'll throw the Jets in C tier because this team, I feel like on one hand they could go 5-12. That was kind of because my AI told me that, and now I've been thinking more and more about it. But it's also this team could easily go like 12-5. This team could win the division. This team could be a top 10 draft selection. I'm very confused on what to think with this team. But if Aaron Rodgers can go back to his form, I think they could be very good. Next, San Francisco 49ers. I feel like they're probably the best roster in the league. They had the most players on the NFL Top 100. They're probably one of the deepest teams, one of the best coaches. But this year, don't have it being their year, and they don't make it to the Super Bowl in favor of the Lions making it. I haven't decided whether or not they make it to the NFC Championship or not. Next up, how about let's just talk another easy S tier. The Chiefs. I know S tier looking kind of bloated, but the Chiefs, they've not missed an AFC Championship in the time Patrick Mahomes has been starting. And part of me hates it, but I don't know if that's going to change this year. Dolphins are A tier. They have arguably one of the best rosters, one of the fastest, best offenses, but also they're not a clutch team. They haven't been able to win under pressure. And I don't know if that's to blame Tua or Mike McDaniel. Let's see, I'll throw the Bills in that same tier because this team could be very good. They could be really bad. If Josh Allen gets hurt for whatever reason, I think this team could easily have a top 5 selection. A lot of this is based on how well Josh Allen can run. Well, not understand how well he could play. Browns, I have them going 8-9. I just don't have faith in Deshaun Watson. I don't think Bill Cosby can do what this team needs. I have them actually being worse than Joe Flacco. I feel like the guy that we knew in Houston is gone. Let's see, Saints, C tier, a 9-8 squad. I know these tiers may be kind of weird, but there's a lot of teams going 5-12 in the 8-9 range. So this team going 9-8, they have probably one of the easiest schedules in the league. I feel like they're able to do just enough, but also they're not going to do anything outside of that, and they don't even have to make the postseason. See, I'll throw the Cardinals in D tier. I just don't have faith in this roster. I think Kyler Murray could be very good, but I just don't know this team. I also throw the Broncos in F tier. They got not much of anything. They got Cortland Sutton, a quarterback tandem. They got Sean Payton. Really, I don't even think what else they got really after that. I'll throw the Colts also in C tier. I had them going 9-8, but also after this, don't really know what else this team could do. I'll throw the Vikings in D tier because this team could be something, but this team could be good, but with Jay Judge, but also they have way too many question marks for me to put them any higher. Throw the Jags B tier, 11-6 squad, they'll be okay. I'll also throw the Bucks in let's see how they're going. 11-6. I'll throw them in A tier. I have Baker Mayfield continuing his feel good story. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload next. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.